Okay, from originally. Okay.
Yeah. I came out yesterday.
Good people.
Hey, do you want a drink or anything, mate? You've been talking
No,
for
I'm
ages.
good. That's why I keep the gum.
This is Josh. I don't know if you know him.
How you doing?
Nice to meet you, Malik. I met you in Manchester.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
At the
Presser. Yeah.
We're just going to shoot you together and try and save a bit of time, man. But
Okay.
it's in a video as well.
Okay, absolutely.
Malik Scott, can you tell me what's the difference pre-surgery, post-surgery for Joseph Parker?
I forgot all about the surgery thing until I just hearing reporters bring it up because he's been boxing so well in camp. Not just boxing me well, boxing Tony Yoka well, boxing Malik Scott well, myself, boxing Razvan well, boxing everybody well. I forgot all about this elbow stuff. It's such not an issue. He's faster, he's strong. Like it's such not an issue. Like how can I put it? I've said this in all the interviews I did so far. People say speed is power, right? When his elbow was hurt, he was slower, but he still was able to punch. The elbow is better, he's faster. Speed is power. It gets to the target quicker. The opposition can't see it coming. That creates power. Joseph Parker is more than ready.
He must be pretty upbeat and confident now. Like his body is 100% sound. He doesn't have to cut sessions short. I mean, how much of a difference is that by itself?
Have y'all seen his body? Have you seen him take his shirt off?
Not yet.
He's nice, man. He's ready, bro. Cut up like a bag of dope. Cut up like a bag. He's ready. He did everything right. Kevin and Taylor Berry was on top of him every day, all day in camp. They didn't even have to be. They just a team like that. They making sure that they are. And Joseph Parker did everything that Kevin asked him to do and more. So he's more than ready.
He's hitting hard. He's capable of knocking AJ out.
I believe more from the speed than from just being a hard puncher. Intellect and speed is dangerous together.
Tell me about his intelligence as a boxer. Is he technically is he one of the best you've faced?
Technically, yeah, he's one of the best technical boxers. He don't even use his technical ability like that. But this camp, Kevin Berry made sure that he was boxing well, that he was using his feet, that he wasn't engaging unnecessarily. So it's this camp, I've been saying it to people the whole time, it was such a perfect camp because it wasn't perfect. You know what I'm trying to say? The best camps in the world to me is the imperfect camp. When I watch a fighter deal with trials and tribulations and they still get through it. When I watch a fighter go 12 rounds in camp with 3-4 different guys and they don't feel like doing it. It was a lot of that in this camp. Joseph Parker been eating right. He's been getting good rest. He's been away from his home. He's put himself in the best position to win this fight, as I'm sure AJ has, and that's what make it a barn burner.
Just briefly, mate, can you tell me, did AJ reach out to you and ask you to spar with him?
AJ's people, not himself, and I don't think AJ boxes whoever I guess they bring to him. I don't know. I don't want to speak on that. But as far as I know, when I got back from Deontay Wilder fight after he beat Ortiz, I got a call from such and such, and they asked me. They told me that Josh was interested and wanted me to come to the camp and box AJ. I humbly declined because I was boxing Joseph Parker, and it was no big deal. But yes, they reached out and they wanted me to come.
And obviously you like being around Joe.
Love.
Okay.
I love being around Joe Parker.
You're a sparring partner, but also you add a little something to the camp as well with your upbeat nature.
Yeah, I'm a positive individual. I've been around this game for so long. I don't even look at myself as a sparring partner. I look at myself as giving knowledge to the young lions that's coming up, and I'm able to get in the ring with them. And I'm not just actually sparring these guys. I'm training just as much as they are. And I'm giving them the best looks that they need. And it's a great experience, not just for them, but for me myself, because it's keeping me on point. Thank you, brother.
In the lead up to the fight, Joe Parker's being quite aggressive, and it looks like AJ's being on the defensive. Is that part of the?
I'm thinking about you the whole time.
Yeah. Is that part of the psychological warfare that's going on? Like, do you view it as that?
There's no psychological warfare. Joe don't even believe in that kind of shit, really.
Because he's been playing hardball with the negotiations.
Who?
Joe, he didn't just get the deal.
Well, you got to get the fights up.
Yeah.
This comes with just entertainment. This comes with contract. This comes with boxing, and that's what happened. AJ and them didn't get really too caught up in it. They understand what's at stake. They understand. Both camps have been through this shit before. Both fighters never faced each other. So this is the first time. This is new for both of them. AJ, in my opinion, never faced a Joseph Parker. Joseph Parker never faced somebody like Anthony Johnson.
Who has the better resume?
Oh, that's a good one. They evened up to me. They evened up.
What about, you know, Dominic Brazil, Vladimir Klitschko, Dillian White?
What about Andy Ruiz?
Andy Ruiz looks like a chubby guy, you know what I'm saying?
Andy Ruiz is one of the most dangerous heavyweights in the world, brother.
But like he took a break after the
No. Andy Ruiz is very dangerous, and if any heavyweight, top heavyweight, don't believe that he's dangerous, well, aren't any of them other guys fighting? Besides Joe Parker, no one else fought him. That kid can fight, brother. He's very dangerous.
So how do you see this?
And take Andy Ruiz out. He fought Carlos Takam when Carlos Takam was really Carlos Takam. He fought Razvan. He fought Domitrenko, who just knocked out 2 undefeated guys. Joe, in the amateurs, he fought Yoka. In the amateurs, bro, he this kid, like both of them, AJ, gold medalist, fought Vladimir, fought Dylan White. Like you can't take credit for neither one of these guys' resume. That's what make it a barn burner. That's why it's a great fight, because their resume speaks for itself. We could sit out here and talk all this shit all we want. Their resumes talk louder than anybody in this room.
Exactly. So how do you see this fight most likely playing out? Like, if you had to predict how it was going to go, do you see JP going very aggressive in the first few rounds?
No, these guys is going to be very crafty, in my opinion, the first 8 minutes of the fight. And I think Joseph Parker is going to take the first chance because he has to, because AJ is bigger. Joe can't lay back too much or too long. You know what I'm saying? He got to take the chance to get to him. I believe he will, and I believe he'll have some success. And I think Anthony Josh will have some answers for that as well. So once again, that's what makes this a great fight. You know what I mean? So it's good, baby.
And do you think Parker can take the pressure, like the onslaught from AJ, for like 12 rounds? Like,
yeah, he's on this level for a reason. If he can't, we'll be able to see.
Awesome, Malik. And what advice do you give Parker, you know, just before he steps out?
I just keep the energy positive. I just tell him all his good attributes. I just tell him why he's doing this the same how I do with my brother Deontay Wilder. You know what I mean? Because sometimes fighters at this level, they can get caught up in the rap trap so much that, not that they do, but sometimes you can forget certain things. I'm the guy to remind you. Remember when they said this about you. Don't forget you want this. I got this thing I say to Deontay, brother, after this, go on riding your Rolls Royce. So we always go back and forth with stuff. It's good, man.
Go on riding your Rolls Royce. I like that.
Go on riding your Rolls Royce.
Thanks, Malik. Thanks for that.
Here we go, baby.
Thank you.